Alright guys, this is my 1996 Mustang Cobra. I just got done with a HUD heads-up display overhaul. The first thing I did was TX Cobra's LED cluster and HVAC control mod. Basically there's a film behind our clusters and AC units, and the film is actually blue, but the bulbs that Ford used put out a yellow light, so when those two mixed, the light came out green. So if you replace those bulbs with super bright LEDs, it shines through the blue film, and the cluster and the HVAC are blue. So that's what I did first. No complaints about that mod. It only took 10 minutes. Very simple, and it looks pretty good. And the reason I did that is because I got these new gauges for my clock pod. They're tinted glow shift digital gauges, and I was thinking about getting red, but since I could make my cluster gauges and my HVAC controls blue, I figured I'd make it match, and I went for blue. So here's what that looks like.
Testing. System ready.
On the right we have my oil pressure gauge, on the left is water temperature gauge. I'm pretty happy really with how it matches and everything. They seem pretty accurate compared to my old mechanical gauges, so that's good. Obviously I also just installed this in-dash DVD player. It's a touchscreen, which is pretty cool. It plays MP3 videos. I can hook it up to my iPod as an iPod interface. Mostly just for fun. Obviously it's pretty unnecessary, but I like it. And finally, I've had my nitrous system wired up in here for a while now. This is the arming switch, and this is the purge switch. And I've been trying to keep it discreet as possible, so if you don't open, the hood or the trunk, you can't really tell that I'm running nitrous. You gotta look pretty hard to see that purge button, but it's still pretty easily accessible. So when I went to mount my gauge, I didn't want that to be obvious because that would ruin the rest of my sly engineering. So what I did was I wired up the gauge to the arming switch, so the gauge only comes on when the system is armed. Here it is down here, and again that's another tinted gauge, so when it's off you still can't tell what it is.